Jack Reynolds sat in the cockpit of his fighter jet, scanning the skies above the Pacific. Clouds moved quickly, and the sunlight reflected off the ocean below. The radar beeped, but there was nothing familiar on it. Suddenly, a strange blip appeared, moving fast and unlike anything Jack had seen. His heart pounded as he tried to identify it. It moved erratically, and he realized it wasn't just a plane. Somewhere far above, the alien ships of the Zetherian Empire had entered Earth's orbit. The alien commanders, led by Alaric, observed Earth's cities with a confident air. They believed humans were weak, primitive, and easy to control. Alaric's crew joked about how simple this conquest would be. On Earth, people went about their daily lives unaware of the looming threat. Lily Thompson, a young engineer, was fixing a power generator in a small town. She noticed strange electromagnetic signals on her instruments, signals that didn't match anything she knew. Her curiosity pushed her to investigate further. Jack contacted the base to report the unusual blip, but his communication was filled with static. The base operators were confused as they had no knowledge of anything approaching. Jack and Lily, unaware of each other yet, were both drawn to the strange happenings that day. The alien drones scanned cities expecting minimal resistance, but their sensors picked up defensive systems that were oddly sophisticated. Some military installations had automated defenses, and civilians had improvised weapons, making even the drones hesitate. Jack's jet followed one of the drones, noticing its strange design and energy signature. He realized this was not a normal aircraft and radioed the command, trying to warn them. Lily, analyzing the electromagnetic signals, found that they corresponded with a pattern of energy the aliens emitted. She quickly created a device to track them, thinking it might be important for Earth's safety. The first encounter was brief, but intense. The drones attempted to attack a coastal city, expecting minimal resistance, but humans fought back with surprisingly coordinated effort. Jack intercepted one drone, using his piloting skills and quick thinking to disable it. Lily's device alerted authorities to the drone's positions, helping humans organize defenses in real time. Alaric watched in disbelief as their drones were neutralized by humans they considered weak. He frowned, realizing that they had underestimated Earth's inhabitants. Back on Earth, Jack and Lily still did not know each other, but their actions were beginning to form a pattern that would soon intersect. Military leaders started mobilizing based on Jack's reports and Lily's discoveries. Emergency broadcasts warned civilians to take shelter and prepare for unusual activity. Panic was limited, but curiosity and fear spread quickly. Jack's heart raced as he navigated his jet through the skies, avoiding enemy fire and observing the alien ships. He marveled at their design, unlike anything humanity had built, yet he felt a strange confidence that humans could find a way. Lily worked tirelessly in her lab, adjusting her device to better track the alien drones. Sparks flew from her tools, and sweat ran down her face, but she refused to stop. Her mind raced with possibilities on how to use the data to help humans fight back. Meanwhile, Alaric convened a meeting with his officers. They expected no resistance, yet their calculations had been wrong. Some officers expressed doubt, but Alaric insisted they proceed with the plan, confident that humanity's unpredictability could be managed. The first skirmish in the skies tested both humans and aliens. Jack executed risky maneuvers, dodging laser fire and returning shots with precision. Lily's device allowed ground defenses to predict the drones' paths, creating traps that caught several of them. The humans were learning fast, adapting quickly to alien tactics. News reports started showing images of strange flying objects and heroic defenses. Civilians watched in awe and fear, sharing stories of bravery and quick thinking. Jack and Lily's separate efforts were laying the groundwork for a larger resistance, even though they didn't realize it yet. The aliens grew frustrated as their drones failed to achieve objectives. Alaric's pride began to waver, replaced by concern that humanity was more formidable than anticipated. On Earth, Jack landed his jet to refuel and plan his next move. He spoke with fellow pilots and engineers, sharing observations and strategies. Lily joined a team of scientists, combining their knowledge to better understand the alien technology. Communication between humans became more efficient, and coordination improved. Small victories built confidence, and the initial fear of invasion began to transform into determination. Jack noticed patterns in the drones' behavior, while Lily found weaknesses in their energy emissions. These insights were critical for planning future defenses. The sky above remained tense as the alien ships hovered, watching and calculating their next strike. Jack and Lily, though unaware of each other, were preparing for encounters that would change the course of the conflict. The first part of the battle set the stage for what was to come. Humans were proving resilient, adaptable, and surprisingly clever. The aliens realized that underestimating humanity had been a mistake, one that could have serious consequences, if ignored. Jack and Lily's efforts highlighted the courage and ingenuity of humans in the face of a seemingly superior enemy. As night fell, the skies glowed with the energy signatures of alien ships and human defenses. Fires from minor skirmishes lit up cities and sirens wailed in response to alarms. Humanity was awake and responding. Alaric studied the reports and images, noting that humans were resourceful and unpredictable. His initial arrogance was challenged, planting the seed of doubt. On Earth, Jack prepared for another sortie, determined to continue intercepting drones and protecting civilians. Lily enhanced her tracking device, making it more accurate and mobile. Both were unaware that soon their paths would cross, and their combined efforts would play a pivotal role in Earth's defense. The first wave of alien engagement had ended, but the tension remained high. Humanity had survived the initial test, and the Zetherians began to comprehend that challenging humans was more dangerous than they had ever imagined. The stage was set for the next encounter, where bravery, intelligence, and teamwork would be put to the ultimate test. The day had shown that humans could fight back, adapt, and surprise even the most confident invaders. It was the beginning of a story that would echo through time, proving that underestimating humanity was truly a grave mistake. Jack Reynolds flew his jet through the skies, scanning for any signs of the alien drones. The sun had barely risen, casting a pale light over the cities below. Streets were quiet, but sirens occasionally echoed as people prepared for further attacks. Jack's mind raced as he tried to predict where the next wave would strike. Meanwhile, Lily Thompson and her team worked tirelessly in a makeshift laboratory, adjusting devices and analyzing data collected from previous encounters. The strange energy patterns emitted by the Zetherian drones were unlike anything she had studied, but she felt a growing confidence that humans could understand and exploit them. The aliens decided to make direct contact, landing a massive ship in a remote desert area. Alaric stepped out, his armor gleaming in the sunlight, and projected a holographic message to Earth's leaders, demanding surrender and control over all resources. The human representatives, including military officers and scientists, were tense but refused to panic. Jack was ordered to stay airborne near the contact zone, ready to react if anything went wrong. Lily monitored the ship's energy fields, noting that while powerful, the aliens were relying heavily on their technology and overestimating their advantage. Diplomatic talks began, tense and formal. The alien voice was commanding and cold, while humans responded with calmness and subtle defiance. Aaron Mitchell, a strategist, observed the interactions closely, noting the aliens' arrogance and rigidity. He whispered ideas to his team, suggesting ways to turn the aliens' overconfidence into a weakness. Jack circled the area, watching for any sudden movement. His eyes caught small changes in the alien ship's shield patterns, which could indicate hidden defenses or weapons. He relayed information to base command, ensuring that humans stayed one step ahead. Lily adjusted her tracking devices, which began to detect minor fluctuations in the aliens' energy output. These fluctuations hinted at vulnerabilities, and she shared her findings with Aaron. The aliens, confident in their superiority, underestimated the humans' ability to adapt. They displayed their weaponry in demonstrations, hoping to intimidate, but small errors and miscalculations revealed opportunities that humans could exploit. Jack's jet engaged in minor skirmishes with hovering alien drones sent to test human defenses. Using clever maneuvers and knowledge of Earth's atmosphere, he managed to avoid direct hits while causing drones to malfunction, Each encounter provided new data for Lily and her team to analyze. Civilian observers watched the alien landing from a distance, capturing footage and sharing it widely. Stories of courage and clever resistance spread, inspiring others to remain calm and vigilant. The aliens tried to pressure Earth's leaders, but human determination and clever communication frustrated them. Jack's radio crackled with updates from other pilots who were also monitoring the situation. Coordinated human responses began to emerge, combining aerial defense, ground-based sensors, and improvisation. Lily discovered that the aliens' energy emissions could be disrupted with simple electromagnetic interference. She quickly developed portable devices and shared them with defense teams across the region. Aaron incorporated this information into strategic plans, instructing teams to create traps that exploited these weaknesses. The first direct confrontation in the desert was tense. Alien troops attempted to test human forces, but humans responded with ingenuity. Jack led daring sorties to intercept alien drones, while Lily's devices allowed ground units to anticipate attacks. Explosions lit the desert, and dust clouds rose as humans and aliens clashed. Alaric watched with growing unease as humans adapted, quickly, defying his expectations. He realized that their approach of intimidation was not working as planned. His crew expressed concern, noting that humans were unpredictable and resourceful. Alaric remained focused, but doubt began to creep into his thoughts. Jack's jet soared through the skies, evading attacks and taking calculated risks to disable alien drones. His skill and quick thinking impressed other pilots and boosted morale across Earth's forces. Lily continued refining her devices, creating a network that connected teams across multiple locations. Each successful interception strengthened human confidence and exposed further flaws in the aliens' tactics. The aliens tried to display their power through demonstrations, firing energy blasts over uninhabited areas. Humans observed carefully, analyzing patterns and noting weaknesses. Jack and Lily, still working separately, were both aware that teamwork would be essential for future encounters. Aaron coordinated ground and aerial teams, ensuring information flowed quickly. Human forces learned from each skirmish, improving defenses and strategies. Jack and his squad executed maneuvers that forced drones into traps set by Lily's network of devices. Explosions and sparks marked each victory, though the stakes remained high. The aliens' arrogance began to falter, and Alaric realized that humans were adapting faster than anticipated. He convened his officers, emphasizing caution and re-evaluating their plans. On Earth, civilians began contributing, using basic tools to assist in defense efforts. Their actions, while small, demonstrated ingenuity and courage, adding to the collective human response. Jack and Lily finally crossed paths in the desert, working together to disable a particularly advanced drone. Their combined skills created a perfect synergy, showing how human collaboration could overcome alien technology. The aliens struggled to adjust, sending reinforcements that humans were prepared to counter. Skirmishes continued, building tension and suspense. Each move by the aliens was met with calculated human resistance, creating moments of uncertainty and excitement. Jack's piloting and Lily's technological expertise became crucial to Earth's defense strategy. Aaron guided teams to exploit weaknesses, turning minor advantages into significant victories. The alien leadership began to fear that their misjudgment of humanity could have serious consequences. Despite superior technology, their plans were failing due to human adaptability, courage, and creativity. The day ended with humans maintaining control over key regions, repelling alien probes and showcasing resilience. Jack and Lily, exhausted but determined, prepared for future encounters, knowing that the conflict was far from over. The aliens retreated temporarily, regrouping and reconsidering their approach. Humans had demonstrated strength, intelligence, and resourcefulness, surprising the invaders. The stage was set for further escalation, with suspense building for the next wave of engagements. Jack looked over the horizon, ready for action, while Lily continued her work, enhancing technology and strategies. Aaron and human leaders coordinated efforts, preparing for the next challenge. Humanity's resolve had been tested and their cleverness had shined through. The Zytherians realized that they had underestimated their opponents and their confidence wavered. The first direct contact had changed everything, setting the tone for a prolonged conflict where human ingenuity and courage would define the outcome. Each small victory strengthened morale, proving that humanity could survive and resist even in the face of a technologically superior enemy. The aliens were learning a harsh lesson. Challenging humanity was far more dangerous than they had ever imagined. The morning air was crisp as Jack Reynolds prepared for another sortie over the Pacific coast. Reports had come in that more alien drones were approaching, this time in larger numbers. Jack's jet roared as he took off, scanning the horizon for any unusual movement. The sky was empty at first, but faint glimmers appeared in the distance. Lily Thompson and her team worked frantically in a makeshift laboratory, adjusting devices that could disrupt alien energy patterns. Each success they had achieved previously had given them new confidence, and they knew that timing and coordination would be crucial. Aaron Mitchell, the strategist, convened a team of pilots and engineers, briefing them on recent alien behavior and possible weaknesses. Humans had learned to anticipate the alien drones' flight patterns, and now they planned a counterattack. The Zytherians launched their first strike to test human responses. Alien drones moved swiftly, firing beams at uninhabited regions to observe reactions. Jack engaged several drones, dodging energy blasts with skill and returning fire to disable them. His movements were precise, calculated, and full of daring risk. Lily's devices sent real-time data to the ground and air teams, predicting alien movements and creating opportunities to trap them. Humans used their knowledge of terrain and technology creatively, often improvising weapons and defenses on the spot. Small skirmishes erupted in cities where drones attempted to create panic. Civilians hid, but also helped by reporting drone positions. Jack coordinated with other pilots to intercept drones, leading them into zones where human forces had prepared traps. Lily adjusted her devices to improve range and accuracy, ensuring that even remote teams could access critical information. The aliens noticed that their initial tactics were failing. Alaric expressed concern to his officers, noting that humans were learning and adapting faster than anticipated. The Zytherians had expected resistance, but not the ingenuity and unpredictability they were now facing. Jack's squad engaged a particularly large drone near a coastal city. The battle was intense, with energy beams illuminating the sky and debris falling into the ocean. Jack maneuvered deftly, exploiting weaknesses in the drone's movements. Lily's team provided crucial guidance, using predictive algorithms based on the drone's behavior. Aaron coordinated ground defenses, setting up electromagnetic traps that disabled the drone completely. The victory was celebrated among the human forces, boosting morale and inspiring civilians to stay strong. Meanwhile, the aliens began to question their initial assumptions. Their drones, though advanced, were vulnerable to human cleverness. Alaric realized that underestimating humans was a grave mistake. Jack and Lily's paths converged during another engagement. They worked together to neutralize a drone that was nearly impossible to intercept. Jack's piloting and Lily's technology formed a seamless collaboration, turning the battle in humanity's favor. Aaron observed from the command center, adjusting plans to maximize the advantage gained from Jack and Lily's combined efforts. Civilians shared videos and reports, creating a network of information that enhanced human strategies. Each small victory provided new insights and opportunities. The aliens attempted new tactics, firing concentrated energy beams and coordinating multiple drones in formation. Humans adapted, using terrain and inventive strategies to counter these moves. Jack's squad executed daring maneuvers that confused the drones, leading them into traps and disabling their systems. Lily's devices provided real-time alerts, predicting drone actions and allowing human forces to respond with precision. The Zytherians struggled to adjust to the humans' resourcefulness. Alaric's confidence wavered as losses mounted and unexpected strategies forced them to retreat temporarily. On Earth, emergency coordination centers worked tirelessly to integrate civilian and military efforts. Teams communicated effectively using Jack and Lily's data to plan defensive measures. Aaron refined strategies based on observed patterns, creating more complex and effective responses. The day progressed with high-stakes encounters in multiple locations. Human forces consistently outmaneuvered the alien drones, often turning minor opportunities into significant victories. Each engagement showcased human bravery, intelligence, and adaptability. Jack faced close calls during aerial combat, narrowly avoiding destruction while disabling drones. His skill and courage became a symbol of hope for other pilots and civilians. Lily and her team continuously refined technology, finding ways to disrupt alien systems and improve coordination. Their ingenuity was essential in maintaining human advantage. Alaric called for a reassessment of the aliens' approach. They realized that their current strategy was flawed and that humans were not only resilient, but capable of learning quickly and exploiting weaknesses. Jack and Lily, through separate but increasingly interconnected actions, demonstrated the strength of human collaboration. Civilians contributed in small but meaningful ways, supporting defenses and gathering intelligence. Aaron ensured that all information flowed efficiently, turning individual efforts into coordinated victories. The aliens attempted a more aggressive strike in the evening, deploying a swarm of drones to test human defenses again. Jack and Lily, now working more closely, led the defense with precision. The battle was intense, with flashing energy beams and explosions marking each success. Humans were relentless, turning the aliens' expectations against them. The Zetherians' frustration grew as humans adapted faster than anticipated. Alaric realized that humanity's unpredictability was a significant threat, and that their earlier assessments had been dangerously flawed. Jack landed briefly to refuel and coordinate with other pilots. Lily enhanced her devices for the next encounter, ensuring even better predictions and faster response times. Aaron adjusted strategies based on the day's engagements, preparing for continued conflict. Civilians contributed information and improvised defenses, demonstrating courage and resourcefulness. The first full-scale test had ended, but the lessons learned were invaluable. Humans had proven that they could adapt, collaborate, and fight effectively against superior technology. The Zetherians were forced to recognize that underestimating humanity had been a critical error. Jack looked over the horizon, ready for the next wave of drones. Lily continued her work, fine-tuning devices and sharing data with teams across the region. Aaron coordinated strategy, ensuring that human forces were prepared for further escalation. The stage was set for an ongoing struggle where human ingenuity, courage, and adaptability would define the outcome. The day had shown that humans were unpredictable, resourceful, and capable of turning adversity into advantage. The aliens were learning that challenging humanity was far more dangerous than they had imagined. Humanity had survived the initial tests and was preparing for the battles ahead, proving that their spirit and determination could not be underestimated. The sky was dark with storm clouds as Jack Reynolds prepared for another mission. Intelligence reports indicated that a large formation of Zetherian drones was moving toward major cities along the eastern coast. Jack's fingers tightened on the controls, his mind focused and alert. The human military had been preparing for this escalation, and every pilot, engineer, and strategist knew that stakes had never been higher. Lily Thompson worked tirelessly in her lab, refining her energy disruption devices. The devices had become portable and more powerful, allowing teams to disable drones more efficiently. Aaron Mitchell coordinated with Jack and other pilots, using satellite feeds and real-time data to create interception plans. The aliens launched a sudden strike, their drones spreading across the skies like a deadly swarm. They fired concentrated energy beams over multiple areas, aiming to create chaos and fear. Jack engaged the first wave of drones, dodging blasts and maneuvering through the dense cloud cover. His squad followed closely, intercepting drones and guiding them into traps set by ground defenses. Lily monitored the engagements, sending critical updates and adjusting devices to exploit weaknesses in the drones' systems. Civilian areas were kept safe as much as possible, with emergency protocols guiding people to secure locations. The aliens were surprised at the level of organization and coordination they encountered. Their formation had been designed for rapid domination, but human adaptability turned their plan into a chaotic encounter. Jack led a daring run into the heart of the swarm, his jet weaving between energy beams and debris. He calculated every move, exploiting minor flaws in the drone's formations. Lily's devices pulsed with electromagnetic bursts, disabling several drones and allowing human forces to gain the upper hand. Aaron coordinated simultaneous strikes, ensuring that human forces attacked in waves, keeping the aliens off balance. The first intense battle of the day ended with heavy drone losses for the Zytharians. Alaric watched with a growing sense of unease as their technology failed against humans' ingenuity. He gathered his officers, realizing that their previous assumptions about Earth's inhabitants had been dangerously wrong. The aliens launched another wave, this time using more advanced drones and tactics. Jack and his team responded immediately, anticipating their moves based on prior encounters. Lily adapted her devices on the fly, enhancing their range and efficiency. Aaron analyzed the drone's energy patterns, guiding Jack and other pilots to exploit weaknesses. The sky was filled with flashes of light as human and alien forces clashed. Each side tested the other's limits, but humans proved resilient and creative. Civilian teams contributed by tracking drone movements, repairing damaged infrastructure, and supporting military operations. Jack executed a daring maneuver, drawing several drones into an area rigged with energy traps. The drones faltered and were destroyed, leaving the aliens momentarily confused. Lily provided constant updates, coordinating responses, and ensuring pilots could act decisively. The Zytharians attempted to intimidate humans with a display of concentrated firepower, but human forces adapted quickly, dispersing and countering with precision strikes. Jack and his squad engaged in risky aerial maneuvers, exploiting terrain and atmospheric conditions to their advantage. Lily's devices created interference that rendered some drones ineffective, allowing humans to secure critical areas. Aaron directed ground and air units with a calm authority, turning chaos into strategy. The aliens began to show signs of panic as their losses mounted and human tactics continually outsmarted them. Alaric, once confident in his superiority, realized that his forces were struggling to adjust. Jack landed briefly to refuel and receive new instructions. He shared observations with fellow pilots and strategists, discussing unexpected drone behavior and adapting strategies accordingly. Lily continued refining her technology, making it easier for mobile teams to use effectively. The aliens launched a final assault before nightfall, determined to regain control. Jack and his squad intercepted the drones, leading them into traps that neutralized much of their strength. Lily's network ensured that human forces were coordinated and informed, creating a formidable defense. Aaron monitored the entire operation, providing strategic guidance and real-time adjustments. The day ended with humans holding their ground, having repelled the alien forces despite superior technology. Civilians celebrated small victories, inspired by pilots like Jack and engineers like Lily. The aliens regrouped, realizing that Earth's defenders were more capable and united than expected. Alaric called a meeting to reassess strategy, acknowledging that humans were a far greater challenge than anticipated. Jack and Lily prepared for the coming days, their collaboration growing stronger with each encounter. Aaron continued refining tactics, ensuring humans could respond to any alien maneuver. The successful defense had taught humans valuable lessons, reinforcing the importance of adaptability, courage, and coordination. The aliens had underestimated Earth's inhabitants, and that mistake was now clear. The night skies were calm, but everyone knew the Zytharians would return with new tactics. Jack stared at the horizon, determined to face whatever came next. Lily fine-tuned her devices, preparing for future engagements. Aaron analyzed every detail, ensuring humans would remain ahead of the alien forces. Humanity had survived a critical test, showing that courage, intelligence, and unity could overcome even advanced technology. The Zytharians were learning a harsh lesson. Challenging humans was far more dangerous than they had imagined. The stage was set for an even greater confrontation, where strategy, ingenuity, and bravery would define the outcome. The battles ahead would test the limits of human skill and determination, proving once again that humanity could adapt and prevail against overwhelming odds. Jack Reynolds soared through the skies, tracking the formation of Zetherian drones moving toward the Midwest. The sun was rising, painting the clouds in orange and pink. Jack's fingers gripped the controls tightly, his mind focused on the upcoming engagement. Lily Thompson and her team had enhanced their energy disruption devices, making them more portable and effective. Aaron Mitchell coordinated ground and air operations, analyzing drone movements and identifying vulnerabilities. The aliens launched a massive counteroffensive, sending waves of advanced drones to test human defenses. Jack and his squad intercepted them, performing daring maneuvers to avoid energy blasts while disabling multiple drones. Lily's devices created electromagnetic pulses that interfered with drone systems, allowing human teams to gain control over key areas. Civilians contributed by sharing drone locations, repairing equipment, and assisting in coordination efforts. Each successful action built confidence and morale. The aliens, expecting easy victories, were surprised at the humans' coordination and ingenuity. Alaric convened his officers, realizing that his strategy of intimidation was failing. Zetherian. Drones were being neutralized in ways he had not anticipated. Jack and Lily worked in tandem during a particularly intense engagement near a major city. Jack drew drones into areas prepared by Lily's team, creating opportunities for human forces to strike. Aaron guided the operation, ensuring that every move was synchronized for maximum effect. Explosions lit the sky, and debris fell from damaged drones, creating tense and chaotic scenes. The aliens tried new tactics, including coordinated swarms and concentrated energy attacks. Humans adapted, using terrain, technology, and improvisation to counter them. Jack executed precise maneuvers that exploited weaknesses in the drone's design. Lily's devices enhanced communication and coordination, predicting movements and alerting teams to imminent threats. Civilians remained calm but vigilant, contributing valuable intelligence and support. The alien leadership grew frustrated as humans repeatedly outsmarted them. Alaric realized that human adaptability and collaboration were far greater than expected. Jack and Lily's synergy became a critical advantage. Their combined efforts allowed human forces to disable large numbers of drones, turning battles in their favor. Aaron implemented strategies that leveraged each victory, ensuring momentum remained with humans. The aliens attempted a major strike on multiple cities simultaneously. Jack and his squad intercepted drones, leading them into traps and exploiting weaknesses. Lily coordinated with teams across regions, ensuring precise timing and communication. Ground defenses responded swiftly, neutralizing threats before they could reach civilian areas. The battles were intense, with energy beams and explosions illuminating the sky. Jack performed maneuvers that inspired other pilots, demonstrating courage and skill. Lily's devices disrupted alien systems, creating openings for human forces to strike. Aaron directed operations, analyzing data in real time and adjusting strategies to maximize effectiveness. The aliens struggled to respond to the humans' unpredictable tactics. Each failed attempt increased their frustration and weakened morale. Alaric realized that humans had become a formidable opponent, far beyond what his calculations had suggested. Jack and Lily led a final coordinated strike against a central drone formation. Using precise timing and clever strategy, they disabled the majority of the fleet, leaving the aliens stunned. Aaron ensured that reinforcements were ready to capitalize on the victory. The successful operation boosted morale across military and civilian sectors. Humans had proven their resilience, intelligence, and courage. Alaric acknowledged that challenging humanity had been a grave mistake. He reassessed strategies, realizing that direct confrontation without adaptation would lead to failure. Jack returned to base exhausted but determined. Lily continued refining technology, preparing for the next potential engagement. Aaron coordinated plans for future operations, ensuring humans could respond effectively to any alien maneuver. The aliens retreated temporarily, regrouping and reconsidering their approach. Humans had shown that teamwork, adaptability, and ingenuity could overcome even superior technology. Civilians celebrated small victories and continued to contribute in meaningful ways. Jack, Lily, and Aaron reflected on the importance of collaboration, quick thinking, and courage. The day had demonstrated that humanity could not be underestimated, the Zetherians learned a critical lesson. Their assumptions about humans had been dangerously wrong. Humanity's determination and ability to adapt were proving decisive. Jack looked to the skies, ready for any challenge. Lily fine-tuned devices and coordinated teams. Aaron analyzed data and prepared strategies. Humans had turned the tide, showing that courage, intelligence, and cooperation were more powerful than advanced technology. The stage was set for a final confrontation, where the fate of Earth and humanity's legacy would be determined. The aliens realized that underestimating humans was their greatest mistake, and the coming battles would test the limits of both sides. Humanity had grown stronger through each engagement, prepared to face whatever the Zetherians could throw at them. The resolve of Jack, Lily, Aaron, and countless civilians symbolized the unity and adaptability that would define the outcome of the conflict. The sun had barely risen as Jack Reynolds prepared for what could be the final engagement with the Zetherian forces. Reports indicated that the aliens were regrouping for a decisive strike, concentrating their drones and warships in multiple locations across North America. Jack's squadron readied their jets, performing last-minute checks and reviewing strategies. He felt a mixture of determination and apprehension, knowing that the outcome could determine the future of humanity. Lily Thompson and her team were at the forefront of technological preparation, deploying enhanced energy disruption devices throughout critical areas. They had learned from previous encounters, improving accuracy, range, and speed, allowing human forces to coordinate like never before. Aaron Mitchell oversaw operations from a central command center, using real-time intelligence, satellite feeds, and Lily's data to direct units in perfect synchronization. The first waves of Zetherian drones arrived, moving swiftly and attacking, in patterns designed to overwhelm human defenses. Jack led a daring interception, weaving between energy blasts and guiding drones into zones prepared by ground teams and Lily's devices. Explosions lit the sky, and the hum of drones filled the air. The humans' response was calculated, precise, and adaptive. Every move by the aliens was countered with strategy, ingenuity, and courage. Ground teams using Lily's devices disrupted drone communication, causing confusion in the alien ranks. Civilians assisted where possible, providing vital intelligence and supporting logistics. Jack performed aerial maneuvers that seemed impossible, dodging attacks and striking drones at their weak points. His squad followed his lead, coordinating flawlessly thanks to Aaron's guidance and Lily's technological support. The aliens attempted to regroup and strike with larger formations, but humans anticipated their movements, turning the battle into a controlled engagement that favored Earth's defenders. Alaric, observing from his command ship, realized the full extent of human ingenuity and determination. His confidence was shattered, replaced by fear and disbelief. Humans were not only surviving, they were dominating the conflict through clever tactics and unity. Jack and Lily, working together directly for the first time in a coordinated strike, disabled a massive swarm of drones using a combination of piloting skill and technological interference. The humans' teamwork was seamless, reflecting trust, planning, and adaptability. Aaron directed operations across multiple locations, ensuring that victories were maximized and opportunities fully exploited. The aliens, frustrated and desperate, attempted a final concentrated strike on a major city. Jack's squad intercepted drones and led them into traps, while Lily's devices disrupted critical systems, allowing ground and air defenses to neutralize the attack. Explosions, debris, and flashes of light marked the intensity of the battle, yet human forces maintained control. Civilians watched from secure locations, witnessing courage, intelligence, and resilience in action. Each successful engagement inspired more effort and resourcefulness. Alaric realized that their technology alone could not defeat humans. Human adaptability, teamwork, and determination had proven superior in critical ways. His officers began to lose morale, questioning further plans for domination. Jack continued to fight with precision, using every bit of knowledge and skill accumulated from prior encounters. Lily's devices allowed humans to predict alien movements, creating opportunities to disable drones and warships systematically. Aaron monitored the battlefield, making quick adjustments that kept humans one step ahead. The Zetherians began to retreat in certain areas, unable to maintain coordinated attacks against humans' adaptive strategies. Jack and Lily led the final push, coordinating airstrikes, ground defenses, and technological interference to neutralize the remaining forces. The aliens were left stunned, realizing that their greatest weapon, superior technology, was being effectively countered by human intelligence and unity. Alaric's confidence collapsed entirely as humans seized the advantage and forced alien forces to surrender or retreat. The city that had been targeted was secure, the skies cleared, and the threat had been neutralized. Jack and Lily landed, exhausted but victorious, knowing that human efforts had changed the course of history. Aaron debriefed teams, ensuring that all data was recorded and preparations were made for potential future threats. Civilians celebrated quietly, understanding the scale of what had been accomplished. Humanity had survived the Zetherian challenge, proving courage, ingenuity, and collaboration could overcome even overwhelming technological power. Alaric and his officers were forced to acknowledge defeat, humbled by the humans they had once considered inferior. Jack, Lily, and Aaron reflected on the importance of teamwork, bravery, and adaptation. They understood that their efforts had not only defended Earth, but demonstrated the strength of the human spirit. The Zetherians retreating into space had learned a harsh lesson. Challenging humanity was a grave mistake. Humans had proven resilient, resourceful, and unpredictable, capable of facing threats beyond imagination. As the sun set, Jack, Lily, and Aaron stood together looking toward the horizon. The sky was calm, but the world had changed forever. Humanity had survived, adapted, and triumphed, setting a standard of courage, intelligence, and determination that would be remembered across the stars. The final confrontation had proven that no matter the odds, humanity could rise, fight, and prevail against even the most formidable enemy. The stage was set for a future defined by vigilance, ingenuity, and unity, ensuring that Earth and its people would never be underestimated again.